He was a genius. There's no question. It's a contribution that's hard to even measure.
Without Mack Sennett, I'm not sure where comedy would be today.
We have a director of silent legend, the Mack Sennett story, and this is Sean Patrick Shaul.
Yes.
Nice. And now, who's Mack Sennett?
Mack Sennett was a film pioneer, Canadian-born. Did the bulk of his work in the U.S.
Right.
About 100 years ago.
100?
Yep, in the silent era, and he was the pioneer of screen comedy.
He had an affinity towards comedy, and he made short silent films about comedy, and he attracted a lot of young talent, legendary talent, to him over his career.
Yeah, he was great at, he had a great eye for talent. He was good at discovering people when no one else had.
Right.
Charlie Chaplin probably being the greatest example.
Yeah, but he also worked with W.C. Fields, Buster Keaton, Carole Lombard, like a lot of...
Yeah, Bing Crosby.
A young Bing Crosby.
Yeah. The roots that he planted spread pretty far.
I said, I don't care if he croons, dances, or stands on his head, as long as he entertains. Entertainment, that's what we're selling.
The history of Mack Sennett is the history of early Hollywood, and it's the history of early film comedy.
And Bing Crosby, that would be when he got to the sound era, though, right? Bing Crosby wasn't a sound.
Yes, yeah.
Because he had a very long career.
Yeah, his career lasted about 30 years, and he was basically on the top for the entire, 20, 30 years, which is impressive.
Now, what drove you, like, why did you go Mack, I keep wanting to say Mark, Mack Sennett, like, what you went, this guy, I want to know more about this guy.
I was just, I couldn't believe that there wasn't a film already on him. There's documentaries on Chaplin and Mabel Normand and all these people that he had discovered, but no one was talking about Mack. And the more I looked into his story, the more I was intrigued.
And he was like a control freak or just a creative genius, because he wrote and directed and produced, right? Like he did all of those.
And acted in a lot of them.
In the early ones, he acted in, yeah.
And negotiated all the contracts, and he did basically everything.
And eventually built up his own studio.
Yep.
The Mack Sennett.
Mack Sennett Comedies was his studio. He ran Keystone for a long time, which was very famous for Keystone Cops. Yeah, he was the first producer-director to put young ladies in swimwear, and obviously American went crazy for it.
Yeah.
It was at a time when that was not done.
Right. So he was really a pioneer on a lot of things. He was a very innovative, creative person. Now, you're a documentarian. You've made other documentaries. What was the hardest part about making this film? Because this is big to span someone's 30-year career back in the silent era, right? And a lot of his films were lost.
Yeah, a lot of his films were lost. Almost all of his subjects that he used passed away. So it definitely posed a challenge for finding experts and archived footage that would drive the documentary and keep it interesting.
Keep it fascinating, yeah, because you can't go, so what was he like to work with?
Exactly.
Like, I can't tell you I'm dead. Right.
And funding, of course, is always the biggest problem for any documentary filmmaker in Canada.
And you kind of self-funded
Yeah, this is the fourth film I've self-funded, and I hope I don't have to keep doing that.
Someone give him some money so he can do it. He's really good. Was there something that was a happy accident as you went along? Like
lots of that, which was kind of what drove the film. Was every little bit I would read about Mack, I was like, I can't believe it. Like he invested in the Hollywood sign. He was one of the original.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Just all these little things that have such a huge impact, but just kind of a footnote in his career. And so there was lots of that in the research.
Nice. What's your biggest takeaway from this experience working on this film? Because it's quite a fascinating and interesting film about a forgotten, a silent legend.
I think the biggest takeaway is the preservation of film and how important it is. And people really dropped the ball for the 100 years leading up to now, and now people are starting to look at these old films as the works of art that they are. But for a long time, they were just in the way. Studios burned thousands and thousands of films because they were just in the way, and they just needed storage room. And we'll never have those back. So I hope preservation continues, and I hope people are preserving right from day one now instead of looking back and trying to salvage what's left.
Right. Oh, and then we're lucky we have people like you.
That's right.
Fantastic. Well, I hope the film is a big hit. It should be. It's pretty fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.